All right, good evening. Okay, today we look at questions from self-practice 3.3. This is on page 77. All right, under systems of equation, this is problem solving. All right, the question number one, question says you've got three accounts, P, Q, and R, and the total amount invested is 24,500. Okay, so this is my first equation. Okay, second equation will be this is the dividend that we got from the respective accounts. So 4% for P, 5.5% for Q, and 6% for R. So dividend collected is 1,300. Okay, and they say the amount in account P is 4 times the amount in account Q. So these are the three equations. Okay, so now what you can actually do is you can use both substitution and elimination. So in this case, I'm substituting the third one into the first and the second. So this is what I got from my first equation. So this becomes my fourth equation. Okay, same thing. This one, 3 is substituted into 2. So this will be the equation simplified, and that will be my equation 5. Okay, so now from equation 4 here, so I make R the subject. Once you make R the subject, you sub into your equation number 5, this equation. So we put it in, so we solve for Q, you get Q as 2000. Okay, your Q is 2000. So once you get this, all right, then you go back into equation third equation, P equals to 4Q. You sub and you get your P is 8000. All right, then you go back to your R. So R will be this one. This one comes from here. Okay, R is 24,500 minus 5 into bracket 2000. So we get R as 14500. So these are your values or the amount of money in account P, Q, and R. Okay, so that's one. All right, question 2. Okay, question 2 involves the buying of 3 types of flowers. You've got carnations. I'm just using back. C stands for carnations, R roses, and D for daisy. Okay, the total number of stocks bought is this C plus R plus D. This is 200. And they say the stock of roses, okay, is 20 less than daisies. So that's my second equation. And the third equation is the cost, the price of each stock of carnation, 150. Your rose is 5.75. And your daisies are 260 per stock. Okay, and this is the amount used to actually buy the flowers. Okay, now what I did was from equation 2, take equation 2, you sub into 1 and 3. So 2 sub into the first one, you get something like this. So I call this equation 4. All right, so we take 2 and we sub into 3, the third equation. So we put it in and you get something like this. This is equation 5. Okay, so now from my equation 4, you get this. So from equation 4, I'm going to sub into my fifth equation. Okay, so when we sub into the fifth equation, so it's all in terms of D. Yeah? So you simplify it, you get D equals to 70. D stands for daisies, 70. All right, so once you've got your D, you can use any one of the equations above. So to get your C, we go back to the fourth equation. So we sub, we get C as 80. And lastly, for your R, you can go back to the original second equation, D minus 20, so R is 50. So the number of stocks of flowers bought So carnation will be 80 stalks, daisies 70, and your roses is 50 stalks. Okay, the third question is about stationery. So here, because there's two, if you want to use bag for pen and pencils, so we're using bag, we cannot use the same variable, so I'm introducing x, y, and z. So x stands for the number of pens. Here you got to be careful when you solve them, because the question involves numbers and the question involves cost. So x stands for the number of pens bought, y stands for the number of pencils bought, and z stands for the number of notebooks bought. Okay, so my first equation would be about cost. So the pen costs 5 ringgit. So 5x, pencil is 3 ringgit. So 3y plus your notebook is 9. So it's 9z equals to 102. So this is the money he has to spend. Okay, next they said the amount of money spent to buy the pencil and the pens are the same. So here we're talking about money, so it's actually cost. So it's 5x equals to 3y. So you'll get it in this form, x equals to 3 over 5y. And third one is the number of pens and pencils added together must be the same as the number of notebooks bought. So x plus y equals to z. Okay, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to substitute this x 3 over 5y into my first and the third equation. So we sub into the first one, this, you get it, this, I call this equation 4. Okay, likewise, equation 2 sub into my third equation, which is here. So you sub, you'll get in terms of this. Okay. Alright, so now you've got 4 and 5. So I'm just going to take 5 and I'm going to sub it into 4. Okay, so z in terms of y. So this is z in terms of y. So you're going to substitute this. So you get 102. You solve it all the way. You realize that your y is actually 5. Take this, we sub back into here. Equation 2, any one of the equation, doesn't matter. You want to find your x first. So x will be 3. And lastly is your z. So we can actually use this, our new equation, put it in. So we get z is 8. Okay, so actually for this question, if you notice, 5x is actually here. 5x is 3y. So in order to get 15, so x will actually be 3 and y is 5. But because this is similar systems of equation, you cannot use that method, because once you get your x and y, z is not a problem. You can get this immediately. But in this case, you got to show the working proper. Okay, so with 102 ringgit, the boy buys 3 pens, 5 pencils, and 8 notebooks. Okay, so that will be the answer. Thank you.